Do you ask the players to score more than 4 goals in this game specifically so we can outdo Jordan? That's the first question. The second question regarding Amin Ben Addi's injury. How prepared are the players? Having one main element injured and out of the game, will it affect the team? How will you be dealing with this situation? Of course, as coaches, we always plan to win, to have our ideas translate into implementation on the pitch. You have to present a good performance. Our responsibility is to implement our ideas on the pitch, and the more goals we score, the better our situation will be, of course. السؤال التالي من الصف الثاني. صباح الخير. لقد لعبت مباراة، أو بالأحرى ما هو تقييمكم للمنتخب الماليزي؟ هو خصم قوي. So, of course, we analyzed the Malay team. We looked at their game, friendly game against Syria, and their other game against Jordan. Of course, it's not going to be an easy game. There will be no easy game. We respect all the teams. And as I said before, we have to give in our top performance, be fully focused to win the game.
Next question will be right side.
Mahmoud from the AFC. I have a question to the coach, another to the player. My question to the coach: to which extent, coach, is playing against the best and top teams in the first game, how much does it contribute to preparing the team and the players properly to the rest of the championship? And the big result for Malaysia in the first round, how much did it contribute to your preparations for the team? My question to the player: being in the press conference as a forward has specific messages, I'm sure. We've seen a lot of attempts by Bahrain against South Korea. How is Ali Madan, or actually the offense line of Bahrain, preparing, knowing that not only should you win, but you should also score a lot of goals? We always analyze every game, and after our game against South Korea, regardless of our loss, we had a positive analysis because we drew lessons. We learned from our mistakes. When you play against a strong team like South Korea, you always learn, you always benefit. That's why it was a very positive game for us, and we drew lessons for the next game. To answer the second question, and as I had mentioned, it's going to be a difficult game for both, for Malaysia and for us. We have to put in our best performance, be fully focused so that we can impose ourselves on the game, control the game, and win it. So we are focused on winning just as much as focused on scoring more goals. But more on winning. Even if it were 1-0, we will be focused more on winning, than on the goals. Peace be upon you. أنا نازرين من بن عمار. سؤالي إلى السيد علي مدن. ما هي المعلومات التي تمتلكونها عن المنتخب الماليزي؟ ما رأيكم به بعد تحليله؟ After analyzing the Malaysian team against whom we have won and played and won in the qualifications, regarding their participation in this championship, they have very good players, very fast players. And their game against Jordan shouldn't be a lesson, so they got most of what they can do in the first 10 minutes. So this is why the result came as it is. My question, so the Bahraini Football Association spoke to the AFC in order to get a player. But however, this request was rejected due to the championship. Do you support rejecting this request in order to call for a substitute for Amin Ben Adi? So there was no approval of getting someone as a substitute or as a replacement. Of course, I know that the Bahrain Association made this request to the AFC. However, there are rules that are set from before the championship. We did what we had to do to make the request. However, they did not approve of that. This is the situation. We have to deal with it. The rules have to apply. Of course, I support applying the rules because in certain situations, if it's a strong injury, the association may make the request. This is why we made the request. However, we totally support the implementation of the rules. السؤال الأخير. My question to Coach Pizzi. We played in a football game. Our main error was in the center. So what is your plan in order to overcome the gaps regarding this issue? I agree with you. Yes, we have mistakes and we have gaps when it comes to the center players or the center position. Or actually, I do not agree with you. In the midfield, we were the strongest in the game, actually. So Ali Madan, Hashash did a lot of good, put in a very good performance. Of course, when I tell you this, I also tell you we have to improve ourselves from one game to another. It's our responsibility to keep improving. But I would like to repeat, our level was not weak in the center position like you put it. I cannot hear the question. You see that I'm not saying the players didn't put in a good performance. Marhoun, Ali Madan, also the collective play was very good in the first game. But if we look at the goals, they had to do with the center player. So what does the coach, what would like the coach do in order to improve the shots from the centers? Hardan, which player are you talking about? Hardan. I do not agree with you on any point you said. I don't know how you think the decision or what you're basing your judgment on. Regarding Hardan, he had a very good level of performance in this game. And I don't like to speak individually about each player. For me, he is a very important player in the national team.
Thank you so much.
شكرا جزيلا على حضوركم.